The basic idea is that if you could imagine sort of like an automated digital scientist or engineer or entrepreneur, someone who can do all the things a person does to advance science and technology, and then you imagine that that kind of digital person could be copied, and could kind of just work in this sort of digital sped up advanced form. If you just imagine that, you can fairly easily get to a conclusion that you would see a massive, crazy explosion in the rate of scientific and technological advancement. And that, at that point, it's like you might start thinking something like anything that is scientifically and technologically possible, we will get fairly soon. And a lot of my argument is like, it's not too hard to imagine that really, really wild stuff could happen in the next 100,000 years. Stuff about, building stable digital based civilizations that go across the galaxy. Not too hard to imagine that. The interesting thing is that if we get the right sort of meta technology or the right automated process, then 100,000 years, as you intuitively think of it, could become 10 years. So fundamentally, as far as we can tell, it sure looks like this is happening. The way that science and technological advancement happen right now is that there are these people with brains, and the brains are like, they're pretty small. There's a lot of them. Like that, they're built out of not very expensive materials in some sort of sense. There's no like incredibly expensive process that needs to be done to create a brain. And it's like these brains are doing the work. They're doing it. And so it's like, why can't we build something? Could be anything, but I would guess a computer. Whatever it is our brain is doing, why couldn't we build something that did that? And of course, that's a lot harder than building something that plays chess. It raises new challenges with how do you train that thing? How do you define success? And probably it has to be a lot more powerful than these computers that play chess, because something that some people don't know is that it's very rare to see a computer that's like even within range of having the computational power of a human brain right now. And so it's like, sure, to do these hard things that humans do, we're going to need something that's a lot more powerful than what we have now, does more computations probably. And we're going to need, creativity and ingenuity and figure out how to train it and, blah, blah, blah. But fundamentally, it's like we have an existence proof. We have these brains and there's a lot of them. And why can't we build something that fundamentally accomplishes the same thing they're accomplishing?